So there is nothing wrong of taking a reward to teach people the Quran and to recite it and to give the certificate of those who memorize the Quran. Just like you take the reward, a payment for the ruqya to protect somebody. Uh, and Ibn Abbas said that few of the Prophet's companions they pass by water that has ladiq. Uh, uh, they pass by water, and there is a person who was hit by either a scorpion or something that he is becoming sick. And they asked, is there anybody who could do it? Then he made the ruqya from the Quran. He said, did you take any money for it? He said, yes. So he recited Al-Fatiha, and Allah healed him with it. They took and they said, oh, you took something that's not right. So they complained to the Prophet ﷺ when they came to the Medina. So he, alayhi salatu wassalam, after they told him the story, he said, it is the best what you take a reward for is the book of Allah. And you could take the ruqya to heal somebody with the Quran and adhkar. And Nawawi, he also put it in his book to allow the ruqya with reciting al-Fatiha and dhikr. And it is halal, permissible, and there is no hatred in it. Also to teach the Quran. Not only the ruqya, but also to teach the Quran. And this is the Shafi'i, Malik, Ahmad, Ishaq, and so many others. And in the permanent fatwa place in Saudi Arabia, they said, yes, you can take a reward for learning, teaching Al-Quran. The Prophet ﷺ, he allowed someone to marry a woman by teaching her the Quran. And that was her dowry. And one of the companions, he took the reward for someone healed, and he was a disbeliever. And the Prophet, but what is forbidden is to take you take the reward to the money just for the recitation. I don't know anything that allows it. But maybe as a gift without condition, maybe it is something allowed. Some of the Shaykh said, no, the reciters, they have their own offices, they have promoters, marketers, secretaries. But in the past, they used to have what it's given, they don't even look at it at all. And maybe they don't see it until they go back to their homes or something like that. So we hope what is that as an honor for reciting the Quran will be something different. The second one is the fighting and raising the voice in Hajj. Does it void the Hajj? I have a friend who went to Hajj several years ago, and he don't quiet on anything. He had fights, verbal fights with so many people, and he raised his voice in so many areas where he hit the glass with the table, and he broke it because he was complaining about the service in that restaurant. And since then, I've been very disturbed. Do I change it? Do I tell him? Do I apologize on his behalf? Yes, the Allah Azza wa Jal said the Hajj is few months, and whomever decides the Hajj, there is no dispute. There's no is one of the things forbidden is the fighting, to curse, to dispute, because it will bring the evil and bring the hatred between people. The debate itself is not one type; they are different. Some that is need to prove the truth, even if you're in the Hajj, you want to prove the truth, but with the right way. Allah said, "Call for your Lord's path with the wisdom and the good way." Also, the debate in areas that's not good or bad. Like somebody, is this a bird on this tree or not a bird of tree? The dispute, and this is from the talk that will not make any good, because you are disturbing the soul from being with Allah Azza wa Jal. But to dispute over something false or falsehood, you just want to be victorious for your own self. This is the worst, because he made the cursing, the fighting, while he has ihram, and he want to do opposite. He want to have the falsehood be above the truth, because it's his opinion, his pride. So anything is going to take to the fighting, the hatred, is forbidden. Now, going back to the question, did his dispute was it? No, but it will take it from the perfection, but will not void it. His Hajj is, and it will be for the obligation. The permanent Fatwa committee in Saudi Arabia, they were asked if there is some of the dispute or fighting in Hajj, is his Hajj accepted? Is it? And if it is the first one, yes, but it will not be, as the word will not be, it depends on the how much dispute and hatred happen. You have to repent to Allah Azza wa Jal from that, because Allah said, repent to Allah all who believe, so you might be successful. And since we're talking about Ramadan, someone's asking, which one better in the prayer? The long recitation or the number of rakat? Do we make him 20 instead of 8? Or we came, but we lengthen the time? The answer, the best thing, what the Prophet ﷺ was doing. The best guidance is the guidance of the Prophet ﷺ. And his guidance, he never increased the 11th with the long recitation. Our mother Aisha was asked, how was the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ in Ramadan? He said he never increased more than 11, or others. He prayed 4. So don't talk about how beautiful they are and how long. Then another 4. And don't talk about or ask about how long and beautiful. Then 3. So Aisha said, oh Prophet, you sleep before you witr? He said, Aisha. He said, my eyes sleeps and my heart does not sleep. So whomever can do the night prayer like the Prophet ﷺ, it is longer. And whomever can't, he use it with more rak'ahs. And that's what they do, and still in fiqh through the books of Islam. One is asking, my brother works in supermarket and he brought some promotions. We found out this is something that's supposed to be booked. We try to take it back, we couldn't. What do? We throw them in the trash or we eat them. They are in the house. We can't turn back, nor we don't know what to do. So we tell her, my daughter, may Allah bless you in your concern about the boycott, which, as we said, is one of the ways to resist nowadays a certain issue. If we have the freedom to deal in anything good to buy and sell, whomever you deal with, whether he's good or bad, Muslim or disbeliever. But the boycott will become a way to protect an aggression against an aggression, or to protect an oppressed. It becomes one of the permissible ways to resist, and it will become among the obligatory issues. But this is something on the political Sharia that we have to look and on the stress and how effective it is. Those products itself is not forbidden, and to stop it is not to forbidden of the pigs or the alcohol. So what happened is unintentional from the boycott. They benefit from this, and it's the money already entered their vault, and you can't stop that, and it's already been done. If you throw it away, that's a different issue. They did not get what is meant with the boycott because they already benefit from that. So there's nothing wrong of benefit from it and eating it, with to make sure you don't do it the second time. Can someone Sunni marries someone from Shia? Except the people of innovation are not the same. Some are the head. Those who call to their innovation and their astray. And the other side, you have the general public who don't know nothing. Between the two, there is different levels. Some reach to the head or close, and some to the public, and they deal with each one what they deserve. The general people who don't know much of their religion, they are just like the general people of the Sunnah. Most of them, they don't even know of the principle sometimes. He say what his people say, and the same thing with the public of the Shia. And you don't send them but we are asking Allah to forgive them. The heads, like the manipulation of the Quran, or they talk about Aisha, these are definitely disbelievers. Now, as far as the good or corrupted, marrying with those who did not prove that he has something that's disbelief, then it is a corrected contract. Now, when we talk about whether suitable, definitely it's not. How could two people come and one believe that Abu Bakr and Umar is the best who walked on earth after the prophets and the messengers, and the other one thinks that they're the devils of Quraysh. Look at the difference between the two beliefs. As far correction, who was not proved that wrong in the belief, then it is a correct marriage. Can you make Hajj without the visa, only with and pay a lot of money for a tourist company that will give you the visa and enter you the places, or is it considered a bribery? There's two issues. The Hajj by itself, is correct, but it has a lot of flaws. It depends on all these extra stuff that you shouldn't be doing. But I want you to have your Hajj free from all of these. But it's not a bribe. A lot of restaurants, they allow, they use wine in cooking. Is that forbid the eating of that food, or after the alcohol evaporate, you can eat it? As a Muslim, I should not do to bring flavor by using alcohol. That's mean because I'm gonna buy something that is forbidden. I'm going to carry it. To it's not the it's the Muslim, the owner of the restaurant should not be doing that. If the alcohol is used, if the alcohol really evaporated, and no, you're not going to be intoxicated no matter how much you do, it is permissible. The intoxication, so you have to look. What the rule is the intoxication. And remember, it's not for a Muslim who invests to do that, to buy alcohol. How are you gonna make the zakah on an apartment that was not built? You bought it, so you could sell it, or but the contract you have to evaluate it and you pay. But the commodities that's not, and it's a long time before it become sold. That could go years. Maybe there's a way. The fiqh of Maliki, you wait until it is sold, then you when it's sold for 1 year. How you apply it is different of looking at. The last thing, if the woman getting sin, if he said the third yamin, that the fatwa, that the divorce didn't happen. She's afraid and she lives with him, but she don't want to touch her. I am complaining to Allah and he don't talk to her. And my daughter, what I could say, look to arbitration between you and your husband. Put this to someone trusted, and he will listen to both sides and he will tell you what to do. سبحانك وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.